Hi everyone, this is Veronica and today we are going to discuss government's reason for coastal regulation zone amendment. So here in 2018 government have brought new coastal regulations. They have amended the earlier regulations of 2011 and introduced new one in 2018. So now there's a lot of protest against these. So what are the government reasons for these new amendments? We'll discuss in detail. So for my video updates, you can follow me on Instagram and the PDF will be uploaded on the Facebook profile and Telegram channel. So this is a channel StudyIQ. If you're preparing for any government exam, our tablet and pen drive courses are also available. For additional information, you can call on these numbers or you can visit our website. So here we'll discuss firstly what is the relevance of this topic in your exam. So if from UPSC perspective, paper 3 environment, here it could be asked in conservation, environment, pollution, and under these topics. From objective level, features are very important, and subjective level, what are the India's efforts for marine environment conservation and various initiatives related to it. Now why it is in news? Because the Union Cabinet, they have cleared the coastal regulation zone notification 2018. They have finally cleared it. Earlier notification, last time when it was brought, it was in 2011. They were very restrictive for the development of the coasts especially if we talk in sense with the industrialization and infrastructure. But now it is debated for adverse effects on local ecology, local communities, right? So even it's about risking the lives of people. So we'll discuss in detail why it is debated, why it is being debated so much. So see, first of all, what is there in the notification. The cabinet decision is that they had defreezed parameters under the CRZ 2011 notification for CRZ, that is coastal regulation zone 2, that is urban areas, floor space index or the floor area ratio. So what is basically, these are the same thing, that is the built up area over, this is the ratio of floor space index, is the ratio of built up area over the area of plot where the building is standing. So the things have been modified here. So firstly, let me tell you about these CRZ zones. Initially there were 4 zones. Coastal regulation zone 1, so it refers to the ecologically sensitive areas. So it is ecological sensitive area. So in the end I have included a picture also, so you can just write that it refers to the ecological sensitive areas which is essential in maintaining ecosystem of the coast. So these lie between HTL, that is high tide line, and low tide line. So only exploration of natural gas and extraction of salt is permitted in this area. So now what is high tide line? So high tide line here shall be demarcated by the National Center of Sustainable Coastal Management. And high tide line is generally the line of intersection of land with the water surface at maximum height reached by the rising tide. So it is a coast. So here where the maximum tide will reach, that will be your high tide line. And for the purpose of notification, this HTL means the line on the land up to which highest water line reaches during the spring tide. So this is measured during the spring tide. You need to remember this. Okay, so next it was about the coastal regulation zone 1. Next, when we talk about coastal regulation zone 2, so let me wrap this first. Yeah, so these are the areas form up to the shoreline of the coast. So these areas actually form up the shoreline of the coast, and authorized structures are not allowed to be constructed in this zone. So no authorized structures will be constructed here. Then comes your CRZ 3rd, that is coastal zone regulation zone 3rd. So this includes your rural and urban localities along the coast. So only certain activities relating to agriculture and public utilities are allowed here. Then comes your CRZ 4. So this includes the aquatic area up to the territorial limit, that is, what is the territorial limit? 12 nautical miles. So fishing and allied activities permitted in this zone, and solid waste can be let off in this zone also. So these are the things. Next, they are doing this, these are based on the 1991 development control levels. This is another thing in this notification. And one more thing that is important, that in densely populated rural areas, when we talk about the rural areas which are densely populated near the coast with a population density of 2161 per square kilometer, right, this is according to 2011 census. So development works are now allowed 50 meters from the high tide line, right? So under 2011 notification it was 200 meters, but now they have reduced it to 50 meters. This is a thing you need to remember. However, areas which have a density below than 2161 per square kilometer, they will these areas, they will be NDZs. NDZs are no development zone, and restriction of 200 meter from HTL is observed here, will be observed here. So these are the things in the notification. Now government is giving several reasons that why they are doing this. They are saying these are the propositions to enhance tourism, for enhancing tourism, because in another concession temporary tourism infrastructure will be developed. So what is it, what things include your basic amenities into your temporary tourism infrastructure? Like shacks, the wooden things, shelters you see near the beaches will be developed. Toilet blocks can be developed. Change rooms can be developed. Drinking water facilities, etc. will be allowed now in the no development zone of CRZ third areas, but they should be at least at a distance of 10 meters from high tide line. Okay, so this is the first thing the government is saying, that is why they are doing this. Next, they are saying for the islands which are near the coast or the backwater islands, the new notification, it has fixed the no development zone to be 20 meters from the coastline, right? And third, government has also decentralized the CRZ, these coastal regulation zone clearance procedures, because earlier it was in the hands of the center, but now the state government has the power to clear these projects. Now the power will be in the hands of state government. Only in the case of ecological sensitive areas which are CRZ1, which are known as coastal regulation zone 1, and those covered in low tide line and 12 nautical miles seaward, the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climatic Change will give clearance. Otherwise the state government will give the clearance now, but in certain cases I told you, like in CRZ1 area, the clearance will be given by the Ministry of Environment. Okay, now see what are the benefits of this notification. So tourism has been, see, first, the new notification, it has done away with the diluted many stringent restrictions. In 2011, if you see the features of 2011, you find it was very restrictive for the industrial development and any constructional development. It was very restrictive for tourism also, and now they have done away with these things, stringent restrictions. Now this notification will lead to enhanced activities in coastal regions. Thereby what will be the benefit? It will increase the economic growth, right, while also respecting the conservation principles of coastal region. How? As government has decentralized some of the powers, but yes, yet it has kept major powers with the Ministry of Environment. It will not only result in significant employment, because tourism is the industry where lot of employment could be generated. So now significant employment generation will take place, but also to a better life and add value to the economy of India. So this is what Government of India is saying. These are the benefits of these things. So here what I explained you is given in the picture also. So now what could be the way forward? See, tourism has been one of the greatest creators of livelihood and jobs. The notification is so designed that it balances the needs in such a way that both are fulfilled. But we can see a lot of protest from the fishing community also, because you see they park their boats in the areas near the coastline. So now land will be grabbed by the private layers, and it will affect the livelihood of this fishing community. Some people are saying this step is in regard with, it will devalue the fishery economy, right? Fishing sector, there are like 4 to 9 million people dependent upon this sector, and they are contributing 48,000 crore to 75,000 crore to the economy of India. And recently you have seen a lot of climatic change, the cyclones arising out of these climatic change, like Titli cyclone, Oki, you have seen. Now the local community was doing a lot without the interference or any help from the government. They were planting the mangroves, they were improving the sand dunes, so that they would be protected against such cyclones. But now when the restrictions have been diluted, there is a fear ecological imbalance could take place, more industrialization will take place, construction will take place, which will disturb the ecosystem, and more climatic change in a bad direction will take place. So these are the concerns. So definitely the way forward is that we need to balance the needs in such a way that both are fulfilled. If we want to achieve tourism, economy through tourism, we want to increase our economy through tourism, it should be achieved along with maintaining the biodiversity goals and the ecosystem goals and concerns, ecological concerns should be kept in mind. And the fishing community is the main thing, because they don't have a proper representation in parliament. Even if we have around 75 MPs from our coastlines, but they go to these coastal areas only for the vote bank, right? So definitely this community need a proper concern from the Indian government, because they contribute a lot on their own to our Indian economy. So this is the thing. So if you have any query, you can contact me, and PDF will be uploaded on the Telegram channel. Thank you.